For the better part of a decade, we Minnesota Vikings fans were spoiled by having the marvelous Marcus Sherrills, the pride of John Marshall High School, Rochester, Minnesota, back there shagging punts. But last year, the Vikings fell off a cliff. They had a total of 69 punt return yards. Not nice. Second worst in the National Football League. Highlighted by Chad Beebe having the most famous muff since... just kidding. It's a family show. And even though the Vikings went ham in free agency and the draft, they didn't really bring anyone in with significant punt return experience. Beebe still has the most in the NFL with only 16 returns, which ain't great. KJ Osborne, the 5th-round pick last year out of Miami by way of Buffalo, was drafted as a return specialist, but he could not return kicks, he could not return punts, and he was benched 3 times last year, so that did not go great. BC Johnson does have some marginal college return experience. Amir Abdullah is the only guy on this list to take a punt to the house in the NFL or college, but that was back in the day. In 2012, back at Nebraska. Crazy. ISM and Nwangu do have kick return experience, but no punt. And Watt brings in a robusto 3.3 yards per punt return, which is not great. So punt returner is one of the more wide open competitions for the Vikings as they finish up OTAs and then head into training camp. And a couple of things. No, even though Thielen and Jefferson do have punt return experience, you don't put your starters back there to expose them to potentially more injury. You don't really do that. Unless it's a big time high leverage situation, then maybe you toss Jefferson back there, but nah. Also the notion of, hey, ISM and Nwangu, they're both really good at returning kicks. They can just learn how to return punts. Kick and punt returning are 2 completely separate skill sets. Kick returning is easier, and it's a flat trajectory. It's a more consistent trajectory off of the tee, and there's much more space between you and defenders coming down on coverage. Returning punts, so you have a higher trajectory, and the best punters can put a little bit English on it. Some of them, like Sam Cook from back in the day, could even do the knuckleball punt, which is pretty insane. And also, the higher the trajectory, it means that more of an impact from the wind, so you got to play that. Plus, you have defenders right in your face, and securing the fair catch with that breathing down your neck and the ball moving around all funny in the wind. It's tough, man. It's tough. And you can't just automatically take a good kick returner and just be like, all right, so now you're going to return punts. Now, they certainly could develop. That's where coaching comes in. Ryan Ficken A, hello. And I would honestly love to see Nwangu or maybe ISM returning some punts eventually. But as of right now, there's no clear-cut favorite. I think that it is wide open. They got to figure it out because a good punt returner, the style of football that Zimmer wants to play, conservative, control field position, a guy that can return punts back there, gains you yardage as well as when they put in the fair catch as opposed to letting it bounce, saves you hidden yardage. That's big. That is mantra. So hopefully one of these guys will step up. Maybe KJ Osborne. I'm still holding out a little hope that he'll take the reins as a return specialist, but I guess we'll see. Because they let go of Mike Hughes, who did have the most punt return experience, especially in college, but it's whatever. Fine. But your thoughts, Vikings, who's going to win the punt return job? I have no idea. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.